Hey everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Everybody come through. I don't know if these notifications went out. This won't be a very long live simply because I wanted to just kind of come on and not have to wait. I'll probably be live later again so we can do a longer live on this. But I woke up to some news and I wanted to talk to you guys about it because I'm currently searching for this lawsuit as well that is happening. Let me see if I can share this with everybody. Good morning, everybody. I hope I'm sure I just went live, so those notifications will probably won't be even going out quite yet. Hold up, y'all. Let's see. Get some people in here. Welcome, everybody. Hold up, live now. I'm sure that YouTube didn't notify anybody, but let's just do a quick little poll. Did you get notified by the YouTube? You got noticed, Riley? Wait. You got noticed, D? Oh my God. Wow. I swear, sometimes I just need to just go live and not schedule anything. Just go live. Maybe YouTube will be better with me that way. Oh my God. Okay. Welcome, everybody, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Shout out to everybody. Good morning. Good morning to everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Cheeks, for letting everybody know that we are live. I'm going to send it again. This won't be a very long live. Like I said, I'm just, my allergies are going a little bit crazy live now. And I wanted to just kind of do this one really quick. Welcome, everybody. Good morning, Pinche Becky, Lady E, Storm, James, Laura, Nebby, who else? D, Search for You, Danetta, welcome, Gemini, welcome, Cheeks, and Rhiannon, welcome, everybody, welcome, welcome. Hey, Greek Lady, how are you? Okay, I even hit the extra notify me button, really? That's good to know. All right, let's get it together. So, shout out to my supporter. Hey, Andrew. Shout out to my supporter who sent me a message and said, hey, have you seen what's going on? Look what Buzbee posted. So let's read this post from Buzbee. Again, Tony Buzbee is the Texas-based lawyer who has, who's suing Diddy, who tried to sue Jay-Z, and bigger names, and basically take it kind of like the, this fight against a lot of the music industry people. So he posted it this morning, and I wanted to read it to you guys. He says, late last night, the Buzbee firm filed a civil lawsuit on behalf of a brave young woman who alleges she was brutally sexually assaulted by former NFL player Shannon Sharpe on multiple occasions. The last incident occurring in January 2025. The last incident occurring in January 2025. The lawsuit filed under the pseudonym Jane Doe lays out a pattern of intimidation, manipulation, abuse, including allegations that Sharpe repeatedly threatened to choke and slap Jane Doe. The case seeks $50 million in damages. The case is filed on Department 11, Clark County State Court, Nevada, the county where the alleged conduct occurred. The egregious and concerning facts of the case are set forth in detail in the public filing. I'm extremely proud to represent Jane Doe. It takes a great deal of courage to stand up against those power, fame, and money. I look forward to pressing this case in court. 50 million. Yeah. But here's the deal. So I'm looking to see if, first of all, again, this is not a Pacer. Like, you can't find this case on Pacer. You have to go to Nevada for this. And I've been looking, I've been trying to pull it, but I haven't been very successful. So then I said, well, okay, I know, like, I'm searching for it as we speak and everything. But different people are saying different things about this lawsuit, okay? And we have to kind of like, let's talk about it, okay? So this is what we know so far. Let me tell you guys. They're saying that this was a consensual relationship that I guess went wrong. Okay. I'm not saying it, they're saying it. Shannon Sharpe accused of R in a 50 million lawsuit after rocky consensual relationship. Okay, this is what we have so far. So the Hall of Fame famer Shannon Sharpe has been accused of R by a woman under the pseudonym Jane Doe in a 13-page lawsuit. Okay, 13-page lawsuit filed on Sunday. The complaint filed in a Nevada court alleges that the ESPN personality committed sexual assault, committed assault, battery, sexual battery, engaged in intentional infliction of emotional distress during a rocky consensual relationship that lasted nearly 2 years with a woman more than 30 years younger than him. The complaint accused Sharpe of being manipulating and controlling and repeatedly threatening to brutally choke her and violently slap her. The complaint claims that Sharpe recorded the two involved in sexual acts together without her knowledge and then share those videos with his friends and associates without her knowledge or permission. Now hold up. Now my ear is itching because I distinctly remember there was an IG video. Shannon Sharpe was having sex, and this video was out on IG, and it was like live. Okay. And this wasn't that long ago that this happened. Hey, BJ, how are you, my love? So Shannon Sharpe was having, I wanted, because it was like the talk of town. I think it was like last year. He was having sex and it was like recorded. It was on a live IG. Now you couldn't see anything, but you could hear everything. And then he got dragged. So was it like by the same woman? I guess I'm confused. Yes. Oh my God, I forgot about that. Was that the black male? So that's what I remember from Shannon Sharpe. And then, because I remember there was like a lot of Shannon Sharpe jokes. Was it last year? I want to say it was last year. It was last year. Okay. So the complaint claims that Sharpe recorded the two involved in sexual acts together without her knowledge and then shared those videos with his friends and associates without her knowledge or permission. Okay. So the plaintiff is not the woman that Sharpe accidentally shared the audio of an Instagram live stream on accident while having sex in September. Okay, there you go, September of 2024. The complaint states. So they want to make sure that the judge knows, or I guess that people know that it's not the same person. They put this in the complaint. Okay. All right then. However, the plaintiff claims that she began to end the relationship after the incident, and Sharpe relentlessly persuade her afterwards. Okay. A woman can say yes to consensual sexual relationships with a man 90 times, but when she says no even once, the no means no. The first page of the complaint reads, per Pro Football Talk. Let's see if they have a copy of that. Let's see if I can look into this. So you're not going to find this on Pacer. It's going to be in Clark County. Hold up now. Shannon Sharpe. Because it looks like every excuse me. Every article is taken from somebody else's article. It's not really like a direct thing. That's crazy. Yeah, I can't find it. But anyways, defendant Shannon Sharpe, a man who is accustomed to getting what he wants, completely failed to understand his basic concept. After many months of manipulating and controlling plaintiff, a woman more than 30 years younger than he, and repeatedly threatening to brutally choke and violently slap her, Sharpe refused to accept the answer no and raped plaintiff despite her sobbing and repeating screams of no. I know that this bothers me right here. This part right here. I wonder if this is in the complaint. A woman more than 30 years younger. Well, is she over the age of 20? I mean, she consented, right? I'm like, okay. Sharpe was sued the same day. Front Office Sports reported that he expected to sign a deal for his Club Shay Shay podcast that would exceed 100 million after his contract with Colin is it Cowherd, the Volume Podcast Network, expired recently. So this is interesting because people were saying that he was working on a deal and then suddenly this lawsuit drops, right? And that people kind of knew how much this podcast deal would be, and so then you have the drop of this lawsuit. The woman is represented by Micah Nash and Tony Buzbee, according to the report. Who is Micah Nash? Never heard. We know Buzbee. We don't know. I don't know Micah Nash. Hold up. Now, let's see. Oh, attorney Micah Nash. Okay. Let me see. This law firm right here. I think. Hopefully. Yeah. What do you guys think? Hold up. Now, let me go back to this. And this is according to the report. They're represented by both firms, I guess. Buzbee represented more than 20 women who sued Brown's quarterback Deshaun Watson. Oh, yes. Beginning in early 2021, alleging sexual assault and misconduct. Watson served an 11-game suspension from the NFL in 2022 and was required to pay fines and undergo treatment. Wow, the three-time Pro Bowler settled 23 of the 24 lawsuits filed against him. The story is still developing. This is what, according to the New York Post, that we have. Let's see. Here it is, Pro Football Talk. This is, I guess, the source that dropped the information first. So Shannon Sharpe was sued on Sunday by a woman who is going under Jane Doe. Okay. The plaintiff claims that they embarked on a rocky consensual relationship that lasted nearly 2 years. The complaint alleged that Sharpe recorded their sexual activity. Okay. But it's not the same woman in 2024. All right. The complaint contends that this was another woman, not the plaintiff, with whom Sharpe was having sex with accidentally, streamed on the encounter on a live stream or Instagram. That, per the complaint, the moment at which the plaintiff began to pull away from Sharpe, the complaint claims that he relentlessly pursued her after he stopped answering her phone and sharing her whereabouts. The complaint contends that Sharpe confronted plaintiff in October of 2024 after she had commenced efforts to separate from him. The complaint details that ensuing encounters, which culminated in allegedly forcible sex against her consent. After another alleged incident happened in January of 2024, and the complaint alleged that Sharpe engaged in unprotected sex with plaintiff, despite her efforts to get him to stop or to wear a condom. From the first page of the complaint, a woman. Okay, so we read this part right here, and he's again. I'm like, are you guys gonna leak this document or what? What do you guys think? Hold up. Sorry, my side was empty. You said I'm gonna stay quiet, seeing Buzbee's reputation. What do you? Oh, well, there's that too. What do you guys think? You said he was no good when he was in college. Oh my God! I mean, what do you guys make of this? What do you guys think? Where does everybody land? This is like news. What? Yeah, it was recent. It was January. The last encounter was January of this year, 2025. So I'm kind of wondering about this too. I mean, I have a lot of questions. I think a lot of us do. And I mean, we could definitely, let me go to let's see. Here it is. Let's go to Twitter. As soon as there's a rumor that Shannon Sharpe potentially signing $100 million contract for his podcast, all of a sudden he's getting sued. And people are pointing this out. Milagograms is talking about it as well. Shannon Sharpe with the Freudian slip of his tongue. What did he say? Hold up.
Yeah, what I said, I want to date younger women. What I said? Oh, when I want to date, when I want to date younger women, what they say, Ocho? Right. Oh, I'm a creep. Oh, I'm what they call that? What they call that when a man like I'm grooming. That's right, the term they use with me. Yeah. Grooming.
We got him one more time. Let's run it back.
Wow.
But what? Hold on. But what they say about when
no jumper, whatever. This is getting out of hand. Just last week, it was news that Shannon Sharpe was set to make $100 million, and today he's being accused of sexual assault by Jane Doe, represented by the same disgraced lawyer, Tony Buzbee, who unsuccessfully tried to sue Jay-Z. Everybody's talking about it. Reports come out that Shannon Sharpe is about to sign $100 million media deal, and all of a sudden the allegations start coming out. Women should have to face the same consequences as men if they're caught lying. Well, and that's a great question. If somebody is caught lying, okay, hey, Just Rant Podcast, thank you for being a member for freaking 10 months. Shout out to you. If somebody is caught lying, what are the consequences of that? I guess I'd like to know. What, I mean, him liking younger women isn't necessarily I guess I'm confused by that. What is, people like young women now? As long as he's not saying he don't like children, I mean, as long as he's not saying I like children, I guess. Hold up, now let me see. I want to see. Look, this is why I just need to go live and not even schedule it, because everybody's saying that they got notified for this live. Hold up. Let's see. If a alleged victim, I want to know, is caught lying on SA allegations, should they face consequences in civil cases, not criminal cases? Okay, yes or no? And I feel like everybody would probably answer yes to this. I mean, I know I would say yes. You want people to face consequences when they're lying, right? Because literally, you say, so he's into, I'm assuming if he's going to say 20 something is legal. Thank you, Lily. I would say so, right? So I think that that's a little bit different than to say this man is like a complete, he's going after children. Going after children is a little bit different, okay? Let's keep going with this. All right. Shannon Sharpe is being sued by a woman identified as Jane Doe, who alleges he R''d her multiple times between 2024 and 2025 during what she describes as a year-long abusive relationship. She's seeking $50 million. Yes. Okay. Shannon Sharpe says he won't even get in an elevator alone with the woman to avoid shit like this. So this is bullshit. This is what people are saying about the lawsuit, that he won't even get into an elevator with a woman. I mean, it's getting kind of dangerous, man or woman. I mean, you guys got to be careful. Shannon Sharpe really be catching hell, laughing my ass off. Dude got fired from Fox, bet on himself, and then all of the black folks calling him gay. He get a new deal for his media ventures, and here comes Tony Buzbee. Wow. What do you guys think about that? You said an attorney is not the same as the client. That's true. Yeah, I mean, an attorney can sue, a reminder. Thank you. When someone files a complaint, it doesn't really matter if they're claiming damages for $50 million. During the trial process, the plaintiff will have to prove damages. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for clarifying this in the chat. Shout out to you, Andrew. I hope you're doing well. I don't understand these sportsmen that are given so much respect on the field, and they think it's okay to be monsters off the field. I don't know. Oh, man. Tina says, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. That's right, Andrew. Thank you, Andrew. This whole time I thought SS was gay. And even if he was, I really don't care, right? Like, I don't know. I felt like, okay, like this is me. So like last year when that like sex thing got leaked, which I'm like, I highly doubt it was, like, let's be very clear. I highly doubt it was a leak. It was a live streaming IG where, so the phone was like, he was having sex and the phone was like this, right? Okay, here's my phone. And you could see like the ceiling and you could hear all the sounds. Now, sure, did he take off his phone and maybe it fell out of his pockets, and it's like live streaming everything. Like it was all live streaming. You could see the ceiling and people were reacting in the comments. And I believe this was before the allegations that he's gay. You said, I think SS is in the down low. He plays both sides. And even if he did, like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, I honestly, live your best life, whatever side you go for. It's like, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Chico. But you said absolutely. Well, and that's the question, is like, 50 million. That's a lot of money. But at the same time, I'm wondering, like, all right, I guess, we'll wait to hear the other side and everything. My problem is that, and I'm going to be very, very honest with you. I'm going to be very honest, very transparent. I have a huge bias on Tony Buzbee. If this was another lawyer, I don't think I would feel as concerned as I am now because it's Tony Buzbee. Because it's Tony Buzbee, I'm a little concerned. I'm be honest with you. I'm keeping it 100. I'm very concerned that this is Tony Buzbee and he's doing all this. I don't know. I side eye everybody that Tony Buzbee represents. Yeah. Thank you, Cheeks. Shout out to Cheeks. Thank you. Cheeks put in the nervous laugh. Shout out to Cheeks. Oh my God. But I think it says a lot about culture and NFL and there's this thing about sexuality. I don't know. I'm just like, oh, I'm so over this shit. I'm so over this crap. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna tread lightly about Shannon Sharpe stuff because Tony Buzbee, a damn scammer. Look at this. People are reacting. Someone just texted me with this message to send directly to Shannon Sharpe. AAA, NWA. I don't care what Shannon has to say. Lakers ain't winning in 5. Okay, wait. That was like April the 19th. Okay. Look at this. Why did they post? They put this picture here, guys. Shannon Sharpe sued for $50 million. Allegedly sexual assault of a woman, recording her, showing it to others without her permission. This is interesting. Wow. Shannon Sharpe is being sued by a woman. Okay, we know this. Let's see what else. He's being sued for $50 million in damages because of it. The lawsuit was filed by Tony Buzbee. And Tony Buzbee, I'm like, who's dropping the documents? Where are we going to see these documents? Let me know. Yesterday, Shannon Sharpe is expected to sign $100 million in a media contract. Today, an unnamed client seeks $50 million off of rape charges, represented by a lawyer who is known to represent multiple clients with false rape allegation charges. Look at this. This reputation in the industry that Buzbee has gained is no bueno, guys. No bueno whatsoever. You can't make this shit up. You can't. This is just, he's the wrong attorney. You said, why all of a sudden? Well, they were in a relationship. She's alleging that the last assault that happened was in January of 2025. Well, Night, I'm waiting for you to tell me what you think. I was like, I wonder what Night Charm thinks about this one. Okay. We're waiting for the documents to drop. I'm going to see if I'm checking on somebody to see if I can get them from this person. Because let me just say that I really want to know what is up with this, okay? What is the deal? And we have yet to see the documents, but I mean, I think we could summarize them. So Shannon Sharpe and this Jane Doe were in a rocky, consensual relationship. And I guess multiple times there was that she had been violated by Shannon Sharpe. This is what she's alleging. There was this last time she was trying to cut ties with him, and then he kept like harassing her, basically, and AR'd her in January of 2025 without a condom. Now, I'm wondering, I'm just curious because I would hope that there would be a police report. But if there's a police report, that would have been like the first thing that would have been pulled right away. Now, again, it is no surprise that Shannon Sharpe was like signing or set to sign a deal. This was reported last week of $100 million for his Club Shay Shay podcast, which we've all, I've been a fan of Club Shay Shay. I like the podcast. And now this is happening. We have a lot of questions. But the thing is that Buzbee, I think, had it been another lawyer, I just don't know, guys. I feel like if this was another lawyer, then we would be having a different conversation. But I'm side eyeing because it's Buzbee, to be quite honest. Well, and it's almost like, honestly, like people have said different things and everything. I have a lot of questions about this. I'm wondering. What's so interesting is that I went, because I thought the documents would be in Pacer. I actually went to Pacer, and Shannon Sharpe and his Pacer is like a couple of lawsuits. I want to say maybe 5 or 6 lawsuits that you'll find under Shannon Sharpe's name. Okay. When you look at Cardi B, her page is like page, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 pages of lawsuits after lawsuits. So this man has been kind of like, all right, not a lot of lawsuits. I mean, you know, and you can get sued for about anything, right? So keep that in mind. But I didn't see a lot of lawsuits under his name. So it's a little surprised. I said, well, this lawsuit isn't here. It's in Clark County, Nevada, of course. And that's where it's at. We don't have any paperwork yet. I'm sure somebody will get their hands on it. It is to be 13 pages. People found out about this lawsuit through Buzbee because, of course, Buzbee announced it on his IG, making a kind of like a more of a PR statement. You know what? No. Mel said, you know, Buzbee is giving Billy Firefest McFarland at this point. Yeah, literally anything. Anyone can file a lawsuit. That's right, Cheeks. Well, now I'm kind of wondering. All right, so let me look at this poll. You guys said, wow, thank you for this. I love these results. I love this, okay? Thank you. My question was, if an alleged victim is caught lying of SA allegations, should there be consequences in a civil case? Good to know that 0% said no. Thank you. Thank you. But I have to wonder about this. Do you believe that Jane Doe attorney, hold up, now let me type this question. Tony Buzbee, maybe this is a better question. Tony Buzbee representing this Jane Doe gives less credibility to the Jane Doe. I hate to put it this way, but I think that is how a lot of us are seeing it. Excuse me. I think I'm losing my voice. You said Vicky, but they said it's not the same woman. Like the civil, I haven't seen the civil complaint, but it says, and apparently this is what multiple sources are saying, that it's not the same woman. They're saying that it's like a different woman, that she was worried. So this is how I understand it. This Jane Doe was worried about, well, she kind of like distanced herself after that whole Club Shay Shay recording. Excuse me. The Shannon Sharpe IG recording. And the recording happened September of 2024, right? So she kind of distanced herself. You said, who claims he sexually assaulted her multiple times between 2024 and 2025, calling the relationship a long-term and abusive. Yes, but we did read that they said that it's not the same person, and they said it in the lawsuit. Hold up. And let me see. Here it is. I'll show you. Because that's immediately where everybody went to. I know a lot of people are saying, is it the woman from IG because of the time frame? Hold up. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can find it again because I know we just talked about it. Here it is. The complaint claims that Sharpe recorded the two involved in sexual acts together without her knowledge and then shared those videos with friends and associates without her knowledge or permission. Okay. This is what. And then the plaintiff is not the woman that Sharpe accidentally shared audio of an Instagram live stream on accident while having sex in September of 2024, the complaint states. Okay. However, the plaintiff claims that she began to end the relationship after the incident and Sharpe relentlessly pursued her afterwards. This is what it's in the complaint, apparently. So they're saying it's not the same woman. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to be, can you imagine if you're that woman? It's not, that's what we thought too. I don't know. This, I think it's BS, but I'm honestly, how do you accidentally record? This doesn't make sense whatsoever. You said, why would she get this attorney to represent her if she can't file paperwork to practice in the Southern District of New York? What makes her think that that he is competent. It's the same. Tony Buzbee is representing was it Bree Stellar, Andrew Tate's, alleged victim too. Like, he's still getting clients, guys. That's what I don't understand. But I'm wondering, I think that that's why I'm always hollering, we can't be too quick to put SA, grooming, etc. on people without proof. In my city, just saying that can get you on a live. So be careful with those jackets, right? Where's the complaint? I don't know. We haven't seen it yet. Is this TMZ? If so, I need them to show the complaint or shut the fuck up. No, there's like at least 5 different sources that are saying the same thing, Vicky. 5 different sources. But hiring Buzbee is something different. I would not hire Buzbee. I don't think it was an accidental recording, because people were saying that he was like, that Shannon Sharpe was like on the DL. Okay. And I'm trying to watch my words because I don't want to get demonetized. That he was like on the DL. And because of that, he had something to prove or something like that. And so then this recording happens, and it was like on an IG live stream, and people downloaded that shit and it went all over, and people were commenting. And then people said something different. I don't know. I need an attorney. You said I need an attorney. I think I'll reach out to attorney Buzbee, LOL. He needs to have a seat. I just think that he's ruined a lot, and people have had a lot of questions. I'm wondering what's the highest payout is in this type of case. Well, Petty, she's asking for $50 million. Are they getting this info from TMZ? Not them citing it, because we all know that TB has a relationship with TMZ. No, they're getting this information from, I just showed the source. Was it Pro Football? Hold up. Pro Football was the one that broke the news first, and they're kind of like taking it from it. Now, let me see. Hold up. Did I close that? See if I can pull it again. Pro Football Talk. That's who it was. So they reported it first, and then TMZ took from them. So this is it's being said that Pro Football first. The suit alleges that the relationship grew tense when Sharpe went live on Instagram last year and apparently was having sex with another woman. So this is another woman. Sharpe later said he went live by mistake. So they're saying that this woman on Instagram IG is different. That's what they're saying. Now, if it's the woman, that would be interesting if it was the woman that, like, wow. Okay, hold up. Now here's more sources. Shannon Sharpe accused of anally R-ing a woman in a lawsuit. He demanded complete control. The woman accusing Sharpe said that she had been in a rocky consensual relationship. Okay, rocky consensual relationship. Keep that in mind. Hold up. The woman accusing Sharpe, let's see, the NFL Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe had been accused of and sexual assault in a lawsuit filed by a woman in Nevada state court. The plaintiff, who is suing under the name Jane Doe, we read this part, who now Sharpe works for ESPN, whoa, hold up, let me not misread this. The plaintiff, who is suing under the name Jane Doe, alleges that Sharpe, 56, who now works for ESPN, argued her on multiple occasions over the course of nearly 2 years. Rocky consensual relationship, according to a complaint obtained by People. The woman alleges that Sharpe also recorded the sexual encounters without her consent. Okay, a woman can say yes to consensual sexual relationships with a man 90 times, but when she says no, even once, that means no. This is what the complaint states. So, defendant Shannon Sharpe, a man who was accustomed to getting the things that he wants, completely failed to understand the basic concept. The woman, now a Nevada resident, says that she met Sharpe when she was 22 years old at a gym in Los Angeles in 2023. She claims that he made multiple advances towards her in subsequent visits to the gym before the complaint says she eventually gave in. Sharpe allegedly asked the woman to sign a non-disclosure agreement before she could meet up with him, but dropped the request after she pushed back, the lawsuit states. The lawsuit recounts a subsequent alleged incident during which she claims Sharpe became violent with her and threatened to kill her after she showed up late to his home. He demands complete control over her time, body, expecting her to be at his house on his schedule at his command. Whenever he called the suit alleges. In 2024, both Sharpe and plaintiff each individually moved to Nevada. The suit referenced a time in September 2024 when Sharpe says he mistakenly began live streaming himself on Instagram, having sex with a woman. The plaintiff states that this encounter was with another woman, that she was humiliated by the incident and began pulling away, that like made her pull away. The plaintiff claims that Sharpe subsequently began flooding her with phone calls, prompting her to leave Nevada frequently, according to the lawsuit. Okay. So the suit then describes, this is new details from the lawsuit directly, okay? New details. The suit then describes an October 2024 incident during which Sharpe allegedly forced the plaintiff into a car and took her to her apartment. The plaintiff alleges that Sharpe then forced her to perform oral sex before anally R-ing her. Sharpe grabbed her head, forcing her to look at him as she sobbed. He said at this point, "Look at this. Look at my arm. I've got chills. That's how good this is." Oh my God. January 2025, the plaintiff claimed that Sharpe asked to come to her apartment to give her a combined Christmas and birthday present. Once there, the plaintiff alleges in the complaint that he began sexually assaulting her and refused to wear a condom. So a representative has not immediately made a comment right now. Well, these are more details that are in the lawsuit, okay? The plaintiff is requesting $50 million in damages as part of the lawsuit. She's being represented by Buzbee. And let's see, I'm extremely proud to represent the victims. I'm sorry, so that there's more. This is crazy. This is more details to that lawsuit. This is like 6 minutes old. This article from People. Wow. Okay, hold up. So I'm looking at the poll. And I asked you guys, Tony Buzbee representing this Jane Doe gives a less credibility to the Jane Doe. 70% said yes and 30% said no. 70% said yes and 30% said no. Wow. I don't know. I have a lot of questions. I guess we'll find out, guys. If I can get my hands on the legal docs, we're definitely going to review them, okay? Shout out to everybody in the chat, guys. I got to go because this was supposed to be a quick little live. I'll be live later, I promise. You guys, get your coffees. We'll be live later. I haven't even had mine yet. I said I got to go live right now and talk to the people about this. So I got to go get some caffeine, even though it looks like I've had enough. But I haven't. All right, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye. Hit the like. Bye, guys.